Hey everybody, Michael Sokolic Jr. here, MSJR Financial Coach, and today's episode is going to be fantastic because your eyes are going to go cha-ching.
Welcome to the Debt-Free Discovery. This is Michael Sokolic Jr., MSJR Financial Coach, where we learn that all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. Debt is dumb. Let's learn how to crush it, stay out of it, and never go back into it. We're going to learn how to give generously beyond your wildest imagination. These are all biblical principles that have stood up to the test of time. Get ready. This is the start of the Debt-Free Discovery.
All right, so I don't usually talk about being rich very often or what it's like to be rich because I don't know what it's like to be rich, but I don't talk about how to get rich and I don't talk about all those kinds of things. I always talk about how to get out of debt, what it looks like to give generously, and what it looks like to have good behaviors to stay out of debt and live on less than you make, and to just all around be a good financial manager. Well, today I want to talk to you about a common denominator in the people that I see in my office. I was talking to somebody the other day who said, what's a common denominator of people who come to see you? And I said, you know what? I had to think about it for a minute. And I said to her, people don't tell me they want to retire. People don't tell me they want to be a millionaire. People don't tell me they want to be rich. They just want to live for today by getting out of debt, buying a home, paying off the home early or paying cash with it, setting up an emergency fund, and just being good financial managers. And I kind of surprised myself. I was like, wow, no one's asked me how to be rich or how to get a retirement account. So that's why I want to talk to you today about this. So I want to tell you that you have to go through the steps first. You have to pay off all of your debt. I don't recommend investing while you're in debt because you're still compounding against yourself when you have debt. You can accomplish a lot more if you pay off all your debt. A lot of people say, well, that'll take me 3 or 4 years. Yeah, but when you got 30 or 35 years to finish or do the investments, that short time frame of paying off your debt in 1 to 4 years, you're going to be a lot better off by doing it that way. You're going to create behaviors. You're going to understand and learn that was hard work. I'm never going back in debt again. But now you can invest. You see what I'm saying? There's a behavior aspect that comes with it first that I like to teach people. Hey, you've got to pay off your debt first. You've got to learn balance. You got to learn behavior. And you got to learn how to budget. Then we're going to start investing later. So again, pay off debt, create an emergency fund, invest in your children's college, and invest in your retirement. Of course, paying off your home early or paying cash for your home. Yes, it can be done. There's ways to do it, but we're not going to get into that today. So what I want to talk about is the different age brackets of people that I meet, okay? So the average income in America is around $65,000 to $68,000 a year. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce that down to $45,000 a year. Just because where I live, that's what I see more of, is people in the $40,000 range. So that's where we're going to start. However, I want to go ahead and get started at age 19. So you're fresh out of high school, you never went to college, you have taken the course, you learned what it's like to be debt-free, your parents taught you good, you're 19 years old. Okay? You're going to work till you're 67 years old and you're going to invest all that time. What? It's 58 years or something like that? That is a long, did I say 58 years? No. That's like 48 years of investing. That's a long time. So, from 19 till 67, okay, you never get married and you never get a raise, all right? And 15% of $45,000 a year broken down to per month is around $562 per month. So you're 19, you invest till you're 67, you have zero to start with, you invest $562 a month, you get an average of 12% return on your money based on the S&P 500 historical rates there. Hold on to your seats, everybody. $17.2 million. You're a loser. You never got a raise, but you're a rich loser. Hey, you started work at 19 years old. You were 67, and when you chose to retire, $17.2 million. That, my friend, is a lot of money to retire on. Now, let's get a little more realistic here, okay? Because a lot of the people I see are not 19 years old. So we're going to jump into the reality of the people I see are usually 30 years old, okay? Most of them have $0 when it comes to their current investments, but they want to retire at about 67. Let's just say that most of them are single, $45,000 a year, $562 a month. They invest that $4.6 million is what they would be able to retire on. Do you see the difference in that? I mean, it was just a mere, 11-year difference. And they lost $13 million in investment that they could have had if they had just started at age 19. Now, $4.6 million is a lot of money to live on. If you live from 67 till 97, that's 30 years, and you lived on $100,000 a year, you're going to have $1.6 million left over. So, I mean, it's not a bad investment, man. Okay, now I want to get a little bit more realistic with you, and that is, let's just say that we have two people in the household who earn $45,000 a year. Okay, that's $90,000 a year. It's about $1,125 a month would be the 15% contribution to their Roth IRAs and a growth mutual fund. That couple would have $9.2 million to retire on. Once again, they're debt-free, they have no mortgage, and they are going to live for 30 years on $100,000 a year. They're going to have a lot of money left over to leave to their children's children, which is a wise thing to do according to Proverbs. If you're into reading the Bible, you would probably know that you've read that before. So the reason that I bring this up to you guys and gals today is to let you know that you can be a millionaire. Every day we have different people becoming millionaires. Millionaire status is your net worth. It doesn't mean you make $1 million a year. It means that if you take all your assets minus your liability, that's your net worth. Well, if you have no debt, everything you've got is going to be an asset, and it's going to contribute, and you're going to compound that with interest, and you're going to become a millionaire like that. So, again, the reasons that we want to have an emergency fund, be debt-free, have no mortgage or pay it off early, 15 years or less, you get to invest all this money and you get to retire well. And you know that Social Security check that maybe you'll get if you're watching this video and you're young like me, maybe we'll get one of those. Let's just say it's $1,200 a month. Hey, there's your biscuit money. You can go buy biscuits all month long. See what I'm saying? That's just like pocket change for you, because you're going to have invested in yourself, into your family, into your family's legacy, and you're going to be able, that's a lot of money to have. So what do you do with the money that you can't use? You can leave an inheritance to your children's children, but while you're living, one of the greater things that you can do is you can give generously. Whether it's a single mom down the road who can't pay the electric bill, in secret, you can go down to an electric company and you can pay the bill. Whether it's the guy that you see walking up and down the road every day going to work and working hard, maybe you could buy him a car and have it delivered to his home. Man, there are so many opportunities to give generously, especially when you're debt-free and when you're rich, because you did everything right. So hey, Michael Sokolic Jr., the Debt-Free Discovery. I'm not a financial planner or advisor. I'm just somebody who has a little bit of knowledge, and I want to share it with you and get you on the right track. We'll see you guys around the block.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Debt-Free Discovery. Don't forget that diligent hands will rule, but laziness ends in slave labor. We hope that you learned something today that you can take with you for the rest of your life. Remember, debt is dumb. Don't forget to crush it, stay out, and never go back in. Also, give generously. It's not yours to keep. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Debt-Free Discovery.